Hey everyone, it's JPM and welcome. I just made Platinum Tier 1 with this deck that we're going to be showing today. So follow me if you haven't over here, subscribe if you haven't to the channel, like the video, and also check out the other videos. The other videos are really good. Unironically, they're really good and I've putting time into them and I hope you enjoy them. So let's get into the deck profile. So yes, we made it with Pendulum Magicians. I spent $0 on this deck. This is a very cheap version of the deck, and I played through all of ranked with this one deck. Before we get into the card by card, let me tell you something about this deck. Just get 3 structure decks and start crafting from there, because the structure decks give you most of the things you need for this deck, and everything else is just a rare, common, super rares, and also some of them are ultra rares, but there's not many ultra rares in this deck, as you can see. And you won't spend too much crafting material on it. So yeah, I recommend you build this deck if you're interested. This is how I made the deck, and this is how I topped it. Okay, we're going to the card by card right now. So first, we're starting with one Dragon Pulse Magician. Dragon Pulse came up multiple times with boards with Appaloosa on field. It's basically, if I want to out the Appaloosa, I can do that with Dragon Pulse, or anything that just negates monster effects. It's way better to just play the Dragon Pulse to out it. Even though you might be like wasting materials on that, but you have enough materials in the deck to play around most things thanks to Electromite. And also like Hulk. You can play Hulk, like Hulk is nuts. So next up, we're playing 2 Dragon Pit Magician. 2 Dragon Pit, it's literally just to get rid of the back row. We have a lot of floodgates in this format, so to be honest, I just want to get rid of them. Imperial Order, it's not that bad. It's not that bad against this deck, unless you really draw like a spell heavy hand and you're just kind of, yeah, that's the only situation where you're like, oh yeah, I'm kind of screwed there. But hey, most of the time you will resolve this and get rid of the back row. It's great. And also, I'm playing another one just in case if I am having one in scale. I'm gonna use the other one for discard material, or we can use it for the absolute dragon combo. We got Tuning Magician. We're playing 3 copies. Yeah, it's Tuning Magician. You draw Tuning Magician with Pendulum Call. It's most of the time it is just a win. You win with that. It's nuts. The main reason we're playing Tuning is just literally because we can make the Hulk combo right away, so we can summon the Appaloosa and not worry about our opponent Nibiruing us or activating maybe a negate after we're done making Appaloosa possibly, or bait out a negate before we do an Electromite combo. It's nuts. I'm telling you, it's just crazy how we can play around things now with Electromite back at 1. It's crazy. I really want Electromite back at 1 in the CCG, but I doubt it's gonna happen with all the other cards that are being released already. So let's go to the next card. So we got Time Gator Magician. We're playing this at 1 because of Chronograph. Chronograph is the main reason we're playing this, but it comes up sometimes as discard fodder, or possibly to link it off for Electromite. You might need it. So to be honest, never a bad idea to have it. Next up, we got the Triple Wisdom Eyes that we got from the Structure X. Yeah, you're playing 3 of these. These, they both flop each other, and you just you just go full combo with it. Dude, just read the card. That's all you need to do. Read the Pendulum effect. That's all you need to do to know that this card is really good. Next up, Skullcrobat. Just plays 3 Skullcrobat. It's a normal summon that searches whatever, really. It searches a Performer Power, an Odd Eyes, or a Magician. Yep, most of the time you're searching Magicians. It's great. Okay, we got Harmonizing at 2. I wish I could play 3. I really wish I could play 3. But it's still really good. Like, it's on at 2 for a reason. It's a really nuts card. Double Iris at 1. It's, just read Double Iris. You'll understand. Black Fang at 1. Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't have come up as often to activate Black Fang effect. So I just crafted one and kind of worked from there. and I was like, yeah, you know what, it works. So Black Fang's a cool card. It's just a really cool card to like out some very specific boards. And also it can like half the attack of Appaloosa, which that's kind of cool. Okay, so we got Pearl Poison Magician. We're playing 2 of them. Yeah, we're just outing Winda. This is basically our out to Winda, our out to many other cards in this format that are very annoying. And also it's great for a pop if it gets destroyed. It's amazing. Next up, we have Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. Darkworm is at 1. I feel like I shouldn't be playing it, but it has come up so many times that I just love Darkworm. I just love Pen Call Darkworm. Pen Call Discard Darkworm is like so good. So I recommend you play the Darkworm and also playing the Gate 0. So okay, next up, got Triple Curtain Razor. Yep, it's Curtain Razor. You know, it's for the Electromite combos. Most of the time I did draw into the Curtain Razor, in which I was so happy about, just because it's a level 4. It's a level 4. You can do so much with it, because there are hands that you get max seed. You summon the Curtain Razor, you normal summon a level 4, you make Baguska, you pass. Literally, and most of your opponents are just not gonna do anything unless they're playing a really like good deck. But yeah, stuff like Tribegate can't, like pure Tribegate cannot out it that easily. Other decks like for example Drytron has to like play around in a very weird way, but I feel like Drytron can out the Baguska more easily, but still that's not the main reason that we're playing the Curtain Razor. We're just playing it for the, you know, for the Link Fodder. It's Link Fodder. It's really good Link Fodder. Playing the 1 Celestial Magician just because it has that one effect. I will not be reading it. I recommend you read it. You read the monster effect. It's so good. It's so good. Most of the time we'll be resolving the Pendulum effect of this monster. We're playing Triple Wolf Dragon. I will be playing 2, but I had a feeling I wanted to play 3 just because we're not playing more copies of Chronograph. Sadly, because Chronograph is at 1. So I was like, you know what? I'll play Triple Wolf Dragon for that reason. Just because I really want to like see Wolf Dragon more often. And also, you know, it adds from grave to hand when it's Pendulum Summon. It's so good. It's really good. Okay, we got Chronograph Sorcerer. Yep, we're playing this for the Time Gazer. But also, one really cool interaction that comes up very often. Electromite send the Chronograph. Electromite pop a card, add Chronograph to hand. Chronograph effect activates. Special summons another monster. It's a really cool interaction. And to be honest, that makes it worth it. I think that's the reason why it got banned. Well, sorry, it got limited. I think that was the main reason. So Astrographs is at 1. Same reason. You can do exactly the same combo, except that Astrograph just special summons, add the card with the same name. Oh, well, look at that. I destroyed a Wisdom Line. Destroyed Wisdom Line with its own effect. Oh yeah, I just chain Astrograph. Astrograph add another Wisdom Line to hand. It is crazy. It is nuts. The Gate 0, I'm just playing it because of Darkworm. You know, how could I explain this? Triple Pen Call. Pen Call is your best searcher in the deck. It is crazy. It is such a crazy card. Play it at 3, even though it does conflict with your double warriors, but you don't have double warriors at 2 nor 3, so to be honest, you don't really need it. You don't really need to resolve the double warriors always. Next up, Battle Desires. I play it 2 because I'm a coward. Yep, Farfel told me.
You're definitely a coward for only playing 2 Desires and 41 cards. You're an absolute coward. Kind of pathetic, actually.
I prefer to play 2 just because I've had very bad luck and always drawn 2 Pot of Desires off of the Desires. I just have that one curse. You know, it sounds so dumb, but it happens so often that I just believe it at this point. So next up, we got Duelist Alliance. Duelist Alliance play 3. You add the Pen Call, you add the Double Wires, you add the Pendulum Calls. It's so good. It's just, you know, it's worth it. It's worth playing. Just play it at 3. Start Pendulum Graph, yeah, you play this, it's great. It has some effects that come up sometimes, like your opponent cannot target spellcaster type monster with you control with spell and chest effects, spell cards effects. It's nuts. And also the search is great. The search is great off of the Start Pendulum Graph. Time Pendulum Graph, yep, this is your interruption. I will play 2. I will definitely play 2. But to be honest, I feel like keeping it at 1 could be the better option here. But if you want to play 2, I'm not stopping you. Go ahead. Next, okay, we're going to the next track. We're playing the Vortex Dragon just to summon it off the Absolute Dragon, in which, yeah, that's one of the engines. That is one of the, like, the bigger engines. Got double Supreme King Starting Venom because you get to copy effects. You can copy Electromagnet effect, you can copy Axis Code effect, funny enough. It has come up sometimes. You can copy the King Dragon Clearwing effect. You can possibly copy Time Star. You know, you can copy anything. I'm surprised that this card is at 3. It shouldn't be. It should not be at 3. But yeah, I'm playing 2 because yeah, I would play the 3, but to be honest, I don't think I need the 3. Just with 2, I think that's good enough. So we got Supreme King, Dragon Clearwing, just the outboards. I would rather you play Borreload Savage Dragon, but this card is a good board wipe. It's a good monster board wipe basically. It's a Raigeki. It's a Raigeki in a monster. It's really cool. But it's only for face-up monsters. It's like a Lightning Sword, but if Lightning Sword can hit a defense monster as well, it's really good. Okay, next up we got 10-Star Magician. 10-Star Magician is your good old like end of combo searcher. You can also attack with it and make Zeus out of it. It's really cool. And yeah, that is one of the cool interactions you can do. We got Baguska. Baguska is your little floodgate right here. He's adorable looking floodgate. Anyways, you summon this in defense, make your opponents cry. That's pretty much it. So we got Raider's Knight. Raider's Knight is to summon the Arc Rebellion. Literally Raider's Knight, that's all it does. You summon the Arc Rebellion effect, you detach one material, and you negate all monsters on field's effects, and this card gains attack equal to the original attack of all those monsters on field. So it goes to LTKs very often, extremely often, way too often. It's like pretty good. It's really good. Not many people play it, but it's a really cool combo. I recommend you check it out. If not, you can play the Utopia Double Engine, in which does 10k constantly, which is really good. Okay, Absolute, I already explained it. Absolute is to summon the Vortex Dragon. It's really good. Just don't worry, Zeus. You're playing Zeus because if you're playing XYZ in your deck, most of the time you will be playing Zeus. So this is not very questionable. Okay, we got my favorite one of my favorite like Pendulum support cards, Electromite. I missed this card and I'm so happy I got to play it again. So yeah, we got Electromite. Electromite can play around boards. It can bait out negates. It can do so much. I'm so happy it's back. So yeah, you play the Electromite constantly. Like, this is a must play in Pendulum. So we got Crystal Halcyon Fibrax. This card is crazy. This card summons a tuner from deck. It's a must have for this deck if you're planning to play it, of course. Because it helps out to, you can summon the Crystal Halcyon Fibrax. Halcyon Fibrax will summon the Tuning Magician. You will link the 2 off into Selene. Selene will gain 3 counters from spell cards. So you will have 3. Like, you'll have 2 Pendulum Stones. You'll probably activate a spell card by then. Or if it's a turn 2, you will get a ton of spell counters if your opponent just activated a bunch of spell cards. Like the Sky Striker matchup, you know how it is. So yeah, you using this effect, you will special summon to another Tuning Magician. My cat's meowing at me right now. He'd be meowing. So yeah, you will be summoning the Tuning Magician. Tuning Magician, you have 2 options. You can make the Appaloosa or the Access Code. Most of the time, you will go for the Appaloosa if it's turn 1. If it's turn 2 to go for an OTK, you will make the Access Code Talker and just go for a game. That is it for the deck profile. I really hope you enjoyed. I'm so glad I made it to Platinum 1 using this deck. And yeah, we made it. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. And let's go. Very excited to play more Master Crew, of course.